Yes, Paul, loud and clear.
Sure, I'll do a countdown before I begin. Starting my speech in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. Both sides of the House understand the effect to the environment and the scarcity of non-renewables like natural gas and coal, which is precisely what motivates our side of the House. Because we've heavily been investing in renewables for the past 20 years, and the upside of that has been limited primarily because of the operational complexity to be able to carry this out, and the fact that governments and nations all around the world find it particularly difficult to be able to control the elements. We're not the Avatar, diba? Where we can control all of these elements. We're humans living in a dangerous and difficult world. I have 5 reasons why their side can't take this debate. And you can use this as your metrics. You're very welcome. Number 1, nuance to the motion and burden fulfillment. Read the motion. It isn't, this House supports nuclear energy, or this House believes that nuclear energy does more harm than good. There's a specific nuance to SMRs, and they have to be able to contend with that. Second is depth of argumentation. Third is degree of responsiveness, and this is in terms of competing analysis through rebuttal or indirect engagement from POI. Fourth is exclusivity of impact and value, as you debaters say, delta. And fifth, and most importantly, which I think in and of itself should be round winning, is the nuance to how SMRs work and how nuclear technology has evolved over the past 30 years. What happened? LO came up and talked about how this is a new technology, it's quite expensive, it's dirty, it's hard to dispose, it's dangerous. They are correct, right? That these things are perceived to be that way in our side of the world, wherein how many reactors do we have? 0. But in China, in France, in the US, you have dozens. I told you that in my speech, check your flow. That in and of itself proves the concept, because I don't think it's going to be different to be able to operate a nuclear power plant in the US or in the Philippines. The reason why poorer nations have all this pushback is because bullshit politicians believe in fear-mongering propaganda and insert all this fake news. Look, even if we take that as true, that it really is so speculative, so expensive, and so dirty, that's precisely where the nature of R&D, particularly through iteration, comes in, wherein we're able to particularly research. The next thing they forward is this idea of renewables like hydro, solar, and wind. They assert that it's particularly better. But we tell you, it's not cheaper. At best, it's the same price. But ultimately, it's actually cheaper to go nuclear precisely because of the operational complexity you have when you try to be the Avatar and harness all of these elements, as opposed to the very modular and transferable nature of these particular SMRs that uniquely allow us to be able to not be contingent on the uncertainty of the elements precisely because of the harms of climate change. Thirdly, and I want you to take note, is there's this new argument coming from OpWhip, wherein at best, they try and assert this idea of, hey man, 50 SMRs, it's worse man than one big nuclear power plant. We think that's actually new matter, but we think that we need to understand how in the world we live in today, it's precisely because coal and natural gas is ultimately running out and ultimately on a CFC basis contributes more to the environment. Their side is quite unclear with their path to victory. Are they gonna be okay with some nuclear? Are they gonna stick to non-renewables? Are they gonna stick to renewables? As opposed to our case line, which has been clear, consistent, and crystallized up until my speech, even absent the reply, we are very proud to stand on side proposition. Thank you for the round.